Remember that statement of Russell Peters? Somebody's gonna get hurt real bad. Well, he said why he came up with that line, and that had something to do with his growing up in Toronto. And he used to go perform during the daytime in some of these nightclubs. And usually, when they are performing during the daytime, there are a few stragglers here and there. But he said that there were some nightclubs that were frequented by the immigrants, especially Sikh immigrants of Canada, that frequently knife fights would break out inside the nightclub during the daytime. And he said that there'll always be one person who'll be saying, get out, somebody's gonna get hurt real bad. Well, somebody is getting hurt real bad. 3 cinema theaters were showing Hindi films in Toronto and its suburbs, and all these 3 were sprayed by some mysterious vapor that got many of the viewers sick. This was clearly an attempt to try and scare the Hindus. I mean, how many more examples of this kind do you need, Mr. Joe Biden, Mr. Justin Trudeau, before you clamp on all these things? This is not freedom of speech. Spraying vapor that causes people to fall sick. Are you poisoning them, guys? How far are you going to take this concept of Khalistan? I mean, is this still freedom of speech? I'm telling you, this has lost all meaning. And if you don't act, the best part is the police were still searching for who did it. If this is the way the Canadian police is going to act and react, I'm afraid there is no hope for civilization. Canada is fast becoming a dungeon and a drug-infested place. Toronto is a very big city, guys. I mean, I have driven through some of the highways in Toronto, 14-lane highways, 14, 1-4. 7 on one side, 7 on the other side. If you don't start getting prepared to exit from, let's say you're on the rightmost lane and you need to exit, you need to start planning 2-3 miles ahead of time. And they have all these exits, well up, so you know that you need to start, moving towards the exit. It is just a nightmare. It's a big, big city. Unfortunately, Canada's reputation is taking a beating thanks to the actions of some miscreants. That's all I can say. I hope the Canadian police find the culprits, crack down, and first of all, this is not the only time something like this has happened. Remember, Russell Peters was He was there about 20-25 years ago. This is not a joke anymore. It's not funny. I mean, you can always say, ha, 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 laugh it off, but no, it's not. They need to get their act together and come on, crack down on all these lumpets. Next, Mahua Maitra. She has been expelled from Lok Sabha in record time for allowing her website access, parliamentary seat website access to somebody outside of India, a private company. It's been caught with a hand in the cookie jar. And she is now being, so vituperous. She has always had a mouth, I can tell you that. I mean, you can make the claim that most politicians do. Yes, I have seen some from the DMK and ADMK. Yes, they do have a mouth. But this one exceeds all limits because she is not afraid to show her middle finger. She is not afraid to use expletives, and God knows what else she would have done if you had, allowed her to do it. Parliamentary language, what is that? That's what she would ask. But was it right? In my opinion, if somebody breaks the laws and is caught doing that, then the law has to act. It's a different matter if other MPs are also allowing access to some other people to let them plant the question so that these people can just take a sheet of paper, go into Lok Sabha and ask the question and hope to get away with it. I think not. This is not right. But at the same time, unless you commit the crime and unless you are caught committing the crime, this is not going to stop. In connection with this, the boyfriend or ex-boyfriend, I should say, Jay of Mahua Maitra said that in Taj Chambers, he saw Shashi Tharoor trying to molest a lady and that he and Mahua Maitra were witnesses. Wait a minute. I thought Mahua also was dating Shashi Tharoor. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. It doesn't matter. The point I think I'm trying to make is that is Mr. Shashi Tharoor also going to be acted on? I think not. Unless the lady in question shows up and makes an official complaint and the police saying that this person tried to molest me, nothing is going to happen. Because remember, Jay actually withdrew that tweet. But somebody in the BJP, alert eyes, captured it, and that story has come in PGurus. So as to what is going to happen, God only knows. But I hope for once that somebody reports Mr. Shashi Tharoor. Remember, his initials, according to Dr. Swami, are GST. I don't have to tell you what the G stands for. It's a 6-letter word. It starts with the letter G, of course, and ends with the letter O. That's Mr. Tharoor for you. Next, let us take a look at why Putin is now suddenly praising Modi. He says, I have never seen a leader like Modi. Wait a minute. You've seen him in action for 10 years. You were also president or prime minister, whatever the title or post in name that you have. You are the boss of Russia. You never found him working well. Suddenly, what is this love? I think it has something to do with Russia getting mischievous with the current ongoing powwow, Potshot game between the United States, Canada, and India. Clearly, the US is trying to arm twist India into doing something for them, giving something for them, and I think India is pushing back, and US doesn't like no for an answer. So something is going on there. That's all I can tell you. What it is, I have no clue, but stay tuned. More things will come out. They always do. And this was a latest twist in this saga where Russia decided to jump in the fray. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to click on the bell button for notifications. Namaskar.